The UFC 306 card just dropped at the Sphere in September, and originally when it came out, I was hearing a lot of unhappy reviews. Like a lot of people were upset by the card. I was a little shocked. I think Dana might have overhyped this card. He did it to himself. He accidentally hyped it up a lot when he said this is one and done. The only time we're gonna do it. I think people were expecting a big time card. People were mad. Now, I think the card's better than what people are giving credit. Sean O'Malley, Barad Dalvashvili headlined the card. That's a great fight. Like that is a great fight. There's gonna be people on both, like the opinions on both sides for that fight are gonna be nuts. People are gonna have such different opinions. I think Murad wins. I might be spoiling my own prediction video later down the road, but man, there's gonna be people that love Sean O'Malley, especially at the value. He's like a big favorite. Actually, I'm curious to see if the line moved, because I think he opened as a big dog. It was like minus 175. Rob was on FanDuel. He is minus 162, so it came down a little bit. Yeah, I like Marab in that one, and I like the line at minus 162. I think my line would probably be closer to minus 175. Alexa Grasso, Valentin Shevchenko. I could see why there's a little pushback on that, but it's a trilogy fight. And if you're watching The Ultimate Fighter, you're going to like it. It's going to get you hyped for it. You're going to want to see the conclusion. So it's a good fight. And that's 2 title fights. That's a good pay-per-view, in my opinion. Third fight, Ortega versus Lopez. I mean, I am very excited for this fight now because Diego Lopez against Dan Ige did not perform how I thought that he would. I thought he was going to wax the floor with Dan Ige, and Dan Ige performed really well. If Diego Lopez fought how he fought against Dan Ige against Brian Ortega, if Brian Ortega was healthy, he would have lost that fight. Brian Ortega would have stomped Diego Lopez and won that fight. Now, that's a big question mark, how healthy Brian Ortega is. But that's a great 3 fight. I think that those 3 fights right there are better than the last card we just had in England. I think people should stop hating. Now, the other 2 fights that they originally came out with weren't the best. I agree. I don't even have them written down here. But they just added Raul Rosas Jr. to this card, the main card. People love that guy. 18-year-old pro fighter, 9-1. He's versing Orori. That adds to the card a lot. And I think it makes it a lot better. That makes it interesting. That makes people going to want to watch. People love that guy. He's an up-and-comer. He's the next best thing. Makes the card better. And then they added Aldana versus Dumont. That's solid. That's a solid card. That's a solid fight, right? I'm not going to tell you it's the best main card fight. It's a solid fight. It's better than what was on there before, as the other 2 fights they had there before got moved down to the prelims. People overreacted to the card. It's getting better. It's not the best, but they never said it was going to be the best. What I'm shocked is Dan Ige isn't on this card, because Dan Ige wanted to fight on this card. They said they would do anything for Dan Ige for picking up that Diego Lopez fight on short-term notice, and Dan Ige said he wanted to fight at the Sphere. Now, they might still announce it. I don't know, or maybe he medically wasn't able to get ready for this fight. Maybe he had a bad cut or something. Maybe he couldn't find an opponent. You know, the whole commission thing. The budget apparently is crazy for this Sphere card. So you would think they would want to fight that's going to sell, but O'Malley Marab's going to sell. It's going to sell. I'm excited for this card. Hopefully it lives up. Hopefully it's better than what everyone's saying. Usually those cards that people bore down are better than what they say. We'll see. I'm Joshua C.